Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Excuse me. Welcome back to What If the World Restarted. Today we're on episode 23. I know, right? And yes, if you're looking at this map and you haven't seen even the last episode, mainly the last episode, but even the episode before, or you haven't seen it since episode 20, you're probably thinking, what happened to half the world? That's a good question. Let me go through it with you. England and the Italians, the Dutch, and the African country. This is a new Dutch. This is like a respawn Dutch in England. Took out both France and Spain. It's becoming too expansionist for them, even though they are more expansionist. It doesn't make any sense. England took over this colony down here and expanded in Africa, etc. The Italians expanded their colony throughout Central Africa as well. Yeah, the Algerians expanded through here. The Dutch received a little colony in gift, and the Polish expanded over here. And of course, the main difference. Everything in this circle. No, wait. Actually, everything in this circle is completely different. Okay, maybe ignore this part, but everything else is. And here. But everything else is different. First of all, we see the populist government being overthrown with a new democratic government. We've got a new country over here, new country here, 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 here. Oh, and here. About 12 new countries in Central Asia, back where the old country used to be. Of course. And Russia expanded into this country over here. And yeah, the slight border changes over here as well. Other than that, not much, really. I know that is much. And the Arab country expanded, united together, took a lot of land from Greece, and went on conquests into Greece, Egypt, Sudan, everything. And this is what we've got for them so far. Now the Persians together realized, okay, fair enough, they're actually kind of a threat now. So they both decide to unite together, it's our first event of the episode, to form a greater Persia. I don't know why they haven't united already, honestly, but why they waited till now, but it's about time. They also yeah, that's it. They're gonna go with this capital right here, as it's a lot more built up city. It's the most built up city, and it's a good trading hub, so they go with that. It's their capital city. Shut up, phone. Anyway, back to Africa now, where we see some more European colonialism. Now, from the Dutch, who would like to further expand in Africa. The Dutch now move into declare war on this orange country after a few years after the major European war, right? But they are still a lot stronger. So they move in, they face resistance, and it's quite a lot, but they've got more advanced weapons at the moment. So they were able to go around the front and capture the city. And, do I have to really be honest with you? The whole thing would fall. And straight away, the Dutch move into this country here. And this country falls as well. And the Romans take over this one. So yeah, we're just slowly getting rid of everything across the world. Basically. Erase. Nice. Now we're gonna start sorting out this very ugly mess here. Whatever. This anarchy situation going on. After a few years, it does begin to sort out with a few other one large country forming in this central kind of plain. And they're going to form something like... Does that look any good? They're going to go along this border. And they're going to go roughly with this, yeah. Quite a large country, but we've got to have some large countries, right? So the Russian country is going to take a little bit of the leftover land, though, from this area. So it's this brown country who's going to move into some of this land over here. And both of these countries actually unite together to form a new country because they're almost the same peoples. May as well, right? So, yep, they end up taking all of this land. And yeah, they do quite a lot of land reshuffling. But yeah, they both... The country wanted to split. Some people in the west wanted to join this country, and some in the east wanted to join the others. So they end up splitting it just like that. Very nice here. Now the final parts we have to sort out. This country, who's actually going to end up having a little mini revolution, as they don't want to give up half of their country, understandably. But they end up losing, and they lose all this land here to another new country who is going to take out all of this land here. Now let's just finish off the remainder of the anarchy. This country is going to move quite a lot of forces in to try and take over some more land. And they do just that, expanding quite a lot. We see this country as well moving into this little region here. The orange country. It's going to end up taking all of what? No, we don't type. Orange country's going to take all of this. And finally, we're just going to split it between you and you. Nice. Nice. So yeah, capital. You, right here, is going to be the capital. You, some of you haven't got a capital. You are going to make a new capital city. Right here. Yeah. That's it. No more capitals needed. Fantastic. Now, Asia is the most diverse continent with the most countries. And it's nice. And Europe is just going to keep dividing itself up. And we continue on with that today, as we now see the Greeks and the Ukrainians launching a joint invasion of this Romanian, Bulgarian, Romanian country. Sum it up, they die. There's not much more I can say, really. They get completely eliminated. And both Ukraine, Greece, and Poland are going to end up splitting it together. Let me fix this weird looking city. There we go. Awesome. Nice. The Norwegian country. In a surprising turn of events, the Finnish country declares war on the Norwegian country. This is a very random war, but it's happening. The Finnish country sends their forces across and takes the entire Kola region within like a few days. No, actually within a week, because this could take longer, isn't it? And the Norwegians just can't respond, and the Finns end up taking all of this land right here. Now we also see the group down here. Wait a second. Now in Sweden, the locals also begin rebelling, and they do, once again, just that. Taking up arms to fight for their country and their people, and they're able to take over quite a lot of land, moving up to here, before we see England moving in swiftly to take over the rest of Greenland. And Iceland. Before the Norwegians ultimately decide, I think we should surrender. Yeah, me too. So the once great Norwegian Empire is over, and the borders stay the exact same as they were a second ago. We see the Swedish country founding their capital right here, and Finland just annexes all of this. Norway gets to keep Svalbard, but that's it. And the Finns aren't done with their expansion, as both them and Poland come to an agreement, a World War II Germany-Poland type agreement. Both countries decide, yeah, I want that, and you also want some of it, so let's split it together. The Finns just move into the north right here. The Poles take the south. Finished. Goodbye. They didn't even have a capital. And now the Poles are a major European empire, a force to be reckoned with. This is our map, and I'm liking it. There is just one area what needs to be finished, and it's exactly what we're going to be doing. Asia and Oceania. India gets a new leader, an expansionist leader who actually wants to go expand. I think that's why they're called expansionists, isn't it? So, yes, and they begin to invade, now sending their forces downwards straight into the South Indian country. And this country's not going to last long. They surrender pretty quickly. Not much more do I have to explain. And yeah, they've took all of that land, basically. And now we have a much larger looking India right here. And we have yet another event occurring where we see India and Thailand are going to split Burma together. Myanmar, same thing. We see Vietnamese forces moving to the south and eastern regions of the country. Now we see the Indian forces move in from the west, and yeah, it's not going good. Yeah. We see Indian forces sweep through the northern coast, capturing all northern territory. Tories capturing all of this. And yeah, both countries agreed to split on the same lines where they just met. And lovely, we've just eliminated yet another country. It's happening more and more often now, but there's just quite a few countries that should just go. And that was one of them. So a new expanded Vietnam, looking something like this. The Indonesian Empire now sets their sights on expanding too. And their forces now embark on naval invasions to declare war on the nation of Orange, Australia. Their forces land right here, capturing the northern coast, moving into the capital swiftly, and landing all across. There's not much they can do. So now, forces now move down south to capture all the cities. And before they know it, all of Orange Australia has been captured. The forces also move into the Philippines, landing on the southern islands and doing many island hopping campaigns until eventually the Philippines is captured. Some of the story: both countries are captured by the new Indonesian Empire, who got a new government, and yeah, very cool. Now, we see a heavy betrayal here occurring as India and Vietnam. The Vietnam thought India was their friend. You should never trust an expansionist country unless you're a powerful expansionist country. If you get what I mean. Anyway. Basically, some of the point, India and Indonesia signed a military alliance together. Okay, that's not bad. But that military alliance, their first target... Okay, let's have a look. What shapes do we have? And you know what? This entire layer is going to get removed. Boop. So yes, today on this map we see new military alliances forming. The first being the Triangle Alliance between the British, the Dutch, the Algerians, and the Italians. New European alliance. I probably should have filled that up already, but whatever, it's okay. And we also have another alliance forming, as I said earlier, the Sphere Alliance between India, and Indonesia. And I think we know where we're going here, don't we? Basically, they're both going to jump Vietnam. I'm sorry, Vietnam. I like Vietnam. I really want to go there. But this is not your day. Just when you thought you had some friends, they go and invade you. Obviously, it's not like that in real life, but you know what I mean. Indian forces move in and capture the entire northern part of the country before Indonesian forces quickly swoop in and capture the south. And yeah, they had no chance, I'm sorry. No chance whatsoever in that war. And as we know, both the countries are going to split this evenly. And yeah, this is our new... The city was burned down. And this is our new map. We got huge Indonesia and a very large India as well. Awesome. We have another major event occurring here as we see the unification of democratic China with these three states right here. It's been coming, but they wanted more economic things because they're not doing too well. And China's like, yeah, sure. So China begins to settle some of the new lands almost straight away. And the people are happy because they're getting new money and they still get autonomy and independence. Because this is one of the first democratic nations in the world, right? So they're gonna have quite a lot of voting, and the people are happy. They're enjoying this new system. Slowly becoming a very industrially capable, for at least for this time, powerful country with a lot of resources, money, and wealth. And yeah, we have this North country also going on a little expansionist quest to try and expand. So North China is actually just going to straight up annex this country here. They feel like they're part of them and they shouldn't exist. And they're also going to declare war. No, they're not. They're not. They also steal some borderlands from this country up here. Summer story, that's gone. And now they too begin to settle in some of the new lands up here. This soon becomes quite a populated region up here around the capital city. Understandably. Nice. Japan also. We're just gonna, for a little while, we're just gonna add some cities to all the major, all the countries in the world, because they're lacking quite a few cities. I'm sure we've expanded and urbanized a lot more since then. So some countries already have a lot, but there's some that are just lacking a few. Right here in Africa, many new cities need to be founded. South America. America. And yeah, this is roughly what we've got. Okay, that's enough. Now we're going to have a major colonialization effort by both the English and the Italians. They both agree there's no need for America anymore. Let's just split the whole continent with each other. And yes, that's a deal the Italians were willing to make. Certainly. Why wouldn't you want to split a continent with someone else if you didn't even own much of the continent from the start? So yeah, Italian forces start the advance, moving quickly into southern America. America is stronger than they thought, though, so the advance quickly stops. However, once the English get involved, I'm sorry, it's just no. They try and push back, but they ultimately fail. The Italians continue their advance now, moving into this country right here. Moving up into it. And we also see the English capturing this, but the Italians get all of it. And now they even start to move into this green country, capturing the capital city and all of this as well. And from here, the English take the rest of everything. They gave everything else to Italy, so they want this part. Understandable. Why does this keep happening? This really is so ugly. Like when we get these blocky cities. Come on. Yeah, anyway, whatever. Both these two countries are able to completely take over North America without really. I mean, they didn't lose. I mean, of course they lost some troops, but it wasn't as much as maybe you might have thought or something. But yeah, basically, Boom, boom. Absolute domination. There is no independent countries left in the Americas. The UK owns everything. And the world realizes, okay, these guys are getting too strong. Way too strong. So now we have a new Asian alliance here. And our military alliance right here is going to get a new member. See if you can guess who it is. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's China. Yes, we said they were a democratic nation. It doesn't mean they weren't expansionist. We never denied that. So yep, they have joined. And now we have a huge Asian axis here and a European alliance as well. Anyway, the Arab conquest is happening again. Now in Caucasia. We see them declare war on the Caucasian country. But yeah. So yeah. Their forces now move into the south of this country right here. Moving upwards. And we also see the North Caucasian country taking the rest. Not as much land as normal, but they still got some land, so they shouldn't be complaining really. Now we have now we have a completely different war starting over here in East Asia. And it's not South China, it's North China. North China's gonna be going on an expansionist conquest along with Japan. Japan is gonna go first there. North China sends their forces into Western Korea. Northwest. And Japan makes a naval landing down here. And sends forces in from the north as well. Korea's not going to get out of this war alive, basically. That's what we're trying to say here. They lose this major city. Fantastic. This is what we ended up as our peace treaty, where both Japan and Korea will split. No, Japan and North China will split Korea. Let's do a quick update to the government's map, and we're almost at the end of it. Now let's add some governments for all of these countries. I'd say they're probably a monarchy, this country right here. And so is this country right here in the Middle East. Here we are. Arabia is a monarchy. For some reason Greece doesn't have one as well. So yeah, they are a monarchy here. This country is also a monarchy. We've still all got Still got mostly monarchies here in Europe in this time of um, the this time of I don't know. Ignore what I'm saying. Monarchy. Basically, most of the countries here end up being monarchies. This one is a democracy. But most of them are going to be monarchies, as you're going to see here. So we're going to have a few more events for this episode. One of them being the unification of Ukraine and this country right here. Yep, they're going to unite together. Fair play. And they're going to go with a capital city right in the middle of the two. Right here. It's actually a really nice looking country, to be fair. But yeah, it's a new country right here. And we also see the China, South China, even though they're democratic, they voted for expansion. Interesting. It doesn't happen very often, except if you're America, but we're not. America's a different case, right? So yeah, they're going to be going to war. And also, quick year check. I'd say 1702. This is where we're at right now. So the colonization is rapidly going up. There's not many countries that still have been colonized. And yeah. So we see China going on an expansionist conquest here in Central Asia, going after this newly founded peach country with basically the same leaders of the old, with army members running it in like a military junta, kind of, or like an old 1700s version of a military dictatorship. And yeah, they didn't like that, the way they're ruling, and they wanted to free the people, and the people are welcoming this with open arms and even joining in the fight with them. Make a push towards the capital. There is some initial resistance, but then they make a move to another major city, and this country is on the brink of collapse, and I mean brink. They're literally unable to hold back the advances, and they're getting closer and closer, and the capital city falls. And once this other major city falls, it's too late from here. But yeah, we see the complete annexation of this country by China, now holding back here. And I know, as soon as you see it, you're going to say that's absolutely horrible. Because it is horrible. That is one of the worst borders I've ever made. Oh my gosh. And that is why we're going to fix it. Yay. Woohoo. Both North and South China have been improving their relations a lot. And they have both come to the idea, well, we're both Chinas, may as well be united, right? Makes sense, you know? And that's exactly what they're going to be doing. Both Chinas, now democratic, are going to unite to form one major power who is in the military alliance and is probably the second strongest country in the world. And you know what? There's still power rankings as well. Haven't done one of them in a while. So, yeah, both these countries are going to be changing their capitals. And I don't want to be too cliche and pick Beijing as the capital, even though that's like a really good spot to put it. We're going to go and put it a bit more inland. So we're going to go right here. No, that just looks too central. We'll go right there. Yeah, no, still. We'll go there. Yeah. Fine, fair enough. Let's do power rankings, and that'll be it for today's episode. After that, numero uno. I think we know who that is. I don't want to sound biased, but come on. One. I mean, need I say more? They've got a huge empire stretching across every single continent except Asia. That will probably change soon, though, but we'll see. Number 2, we have China. As I've said, they've rose up a lot recently. 3rd, we actually have Italy, who has rose up the list quite a lot. Number 4, we have Indonesia. No, actually, India. 5th, Indonesia. 6th, we have the nation of Arabia, who's actually quite a powerful country. So this is only just a general one, and not we're not doing many different ones because we haven't got the time really, have we? Okay, 7, we have Poland. 8, we have Russia. 9, we have we can call them Maghreb because it's kind of that region. Who's got the 10th most powerful military in the world? Greece. 10th. 11th, we have Netherlands. 12th, and directly behind them, we have... Who would I put in 12th? We haven't got many countries left. See, I made a mistake here. I did make a mistake. 6th place, Japan. Then we can move this downwards. Got 7th, Poland. 8th, Russia. 9th, Netherlands. No. 9th, Greece. 11th, Ukraine. I'd say that's Ukraine. Before China united, China was like 5th? No, yeah, 5th. And North China was about 10th. No, about 8th. So that's added a lot. So Ukraine. We're going to go down to 15 here. 12th, I'd say Finland. 13th, we're going to go with Persia. 14th, we have I don't know what country. I don't know what color that is. I'd say that's lavender. Lavender, Siberia. It's a really weird name for a country, but whatever. And number 15, the 15th most powerful military in the world, Ethiopia. So this is our 15 rankings. But if you were to keep going, you could say 16th. I would probably say... Zahra, no. Ethiopia. 17th here. 18th. 19th. No, wait, actually. 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd. Norway's gone down to 23. Nigeria 24th, 25th, etc. But nobody cares about that. So, this is our power rankings. Save them. I'll give you 5 seconds. Okay, you got them. Thank you for watching today's video. Make sure to like, subscribe. See you next time. Goodbye.